Bolsonaro has been sentenced to 27 years in prison after the country's Supreme Court convicted him of plotting a coup to remain in power after losing the 2022 election. Bolsonaro, a close ally of President Trump, has denied any wrongdoing. CBS News foreign correspondent Ramy Inocencio joins us now from London with more on this. Ramy, good morning. Bolsonaro now convicted of a coup. What were the specific details handed up by the judge panel?
Yes, Errol, Brazil's Supreme Federal Court convicted Bolsonaro on all 5 of those criminal charges that he was facing, and that included attempted coup d'etat. That also included violent damage to government property. And in particular, his supporters in early 2023 stormed Brazil's 3 main government buildings, all 3 of them, Congress, the Supreme Court, and the presidential palace. And he was also convicted on the attempted abolition of the country's democracy. Now, on this charge, investigators found what they say was a draft coup decree, a draft presidential decree, also a plan to arrest the Supreme Court justice leading the trial against him, along with a plan to use the military to basically impose de facto martial law. He also was convicted of participating in an armed criminal organization, not something like a mafia or a cartel, but because his coup involved military officials and former military officials. Now, this was a 4-to-1 vote, Errol. This case is not quite over yet. Bolsonaro can appeal the court's ruling. In fact, currently he's under house arrest.
And he is a close ally of President Trump. Trump supports Bolsonaro. In fact, Trump was so upset at the case itself, the U.S. hit Brazil with 50% tariffs. So what's the reaction been to this conviction?
Yeah, and that calls into question what happens next with the U.S. and Brazilian relations. But in the country, Brazil is deeply politically fractured, and we're seeing a reaction following that right there. You can see celebration, opposition figures, left-wing figures, supporters of the current president, Luiz Inácio Lula da Silva. They say that they are happy that this was a landmark decision for democracy. But as we would expect, Bolsonaro's allies are condemning this verdict. They have called this a witch hunt all along, and that is similar wording to what President Trump and his White House have been saying. Right now on your screen, take a look. U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio posted on X that Brazil's Supreme Court has unjustly ruled to imprison Bolsonaro. The U.S. will respond. There's that phrase, witch hunt. President Trump has called the whole trial political persecution. He called it a witch hunt, too. And we have his reaction after the verdict came down yesterday.
I think it's a terrible thing. Very terrible. I think it's very bad for Brazil.
So Brazil still facing those 50% tariffs on exports to the U.S. The White House also sanctioned several of those Supreme Court justices. But this appears actually, Errol, to be helping the current president, Lula. We've seen his approval numbers rise in reaction, and more people are seeing Washington's actions as basically attacks against Brazil's sovereignty. So there is this kind of backlash.
Fascinating. Ramy, thank you very much.